the Super Bowl is a Super Bowl. It's always a gathering together. So like, and I've said this before, like, however many years ago, people started. When did you think the height of like people getting offended at stuff on the internet happened?
Oh gosh,
like when people got their own like platforms.
Maybe 2020, just because people had time during COVID.
It was starting to be like people getting like offended at jokes and like super offended recently. But like you look at commercials, and I go, hey, and I've tweeted this before. We all can't get offended at every single part of humor and then watch the Super Bowl and go, how come there were no funny commercials?
Yes.
I go, we did this. I'm not even pointing fingers at other people. Like, we did this to ourselves.
Yes.
Like, we said, oh, so-and-so is racist because so-and-so is disrespectful to so-and-so community. Oh, if you have animals, how did we all said, I can't believe, and then they go, why? Everybody's mad that there are no funny commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I go, this is the byproduct of that.
Yeah.
And like, if that so people don't, I think the culture is going to like come back around to like those wild comedies that like, even I would say like The Office.
Yeah.
Everybody says like could never be made today.
Yeah.
And The Office was in the what? 2000, when did it stop? 2016 or 17?
Let me check.
Oh,
First episode 2005.
Okay, so it was like 9 seasons at least.
9 seasons. Nailed it.
Yeah. I knew it was 9 seasons. But it's not one is it one a year?
2005 to 2013.
All right. So yeah, 2013 and so like that stuff about like, you know, they have like a basketball game and then like Michael like picks Stanley.
Yes.
Just like, or like they're like Oscar about like the gay stuff. He's like, you know.
Yes.
And it's like that there's a why, but what people don't understand about humor is that was very anti-racist. They were showing Michael being like, don't be this.
Yes.
And he's like, that's whatever a cause or agenda you have, that show is in support of you.
Right.
The most in support of you.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, I can't believe, right? And that show, everybody would say you can never make that show today.
No, you definitely
like the Sex and the City.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Because the point of it, we've talked about this before. The point of it was like being like raunchy and like across the line. And like now it's like being remade and they're like trying to go back and right all their wrongs. Right? Yeah, that's not what humor is though.
How do you think that comes back around though? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I think it all comes back to like advertisers at the end of the day.
All right, yeah, all right. That's what I said. So I go, all right, if you're Pepsi, here's from what I know of it. If you're Pepsi, you have an ad firm, you have an advertising agency that's in New York, whatever. They have reps in there. So if they get the Pepsi contract, right? So they go, hey, we want to do something for the Super Bowl. There's 6 different ad reps on the account, and Pepsi is with the biggest ad advertising agency, and the senior people are like, no one wants to lose a job.
Right. So
if one of the junior like interns goes, hey, we should have like so-and-so that's canceled do this and be like, I'm canceled. But like they go, it's got to go to the senior guy, and then it's got to go through the whole firm, and then it's got to go back to and if Pepsi doesn't like it, or they're going to fire their ad agency.
Right. So which is millions of dollars a year on account.
Millions of dollars. And the ad agency doesn't want to lose the Pepsi contract.
Right.
So they're going to go, hey, we're going to give you literally every single one was just like a celebrity.
Yeah, so we're not bringing Kanye on for this one.
Dude.
That's
but I bet like the intern that like doesn't have much to lose. He goes, you should.
Yeah.
And they go, no.
And that's probably the funniest ad that they could have made.
And that's why, that's why like, I guess fortunately or unfortunately, like podcasting and like all these type of things where people still can, and people get canceled off these too.
Yeah.
But this is where people go, yeah, I can. I mean, even if you thought that about the holding call in the last Super Bowl, like if you were on ESPN, you cannot say that.
No.
You cannot say that.
No way.
Okay, why can you not say that?
Because the ESPN doesn't want to lose the contract to broadcast the NFL.
Yes, they don't want, or they don't want to get. They don't want the NFL
or
mad
Fox
at them
or whoever it is. Yeah.
So if you're on Fox, You don't want to say it
Yeah.
because you don't want to get fired off. Because if the NFL says, hey, Fox, we don't like what Tony Romo said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never
Bye.
calling a game again.
Why,
Yep.
dude? Because they're in bed. If Pepsi calls down to the ad agency and said, hey, on that conference call, we didn't like that one comment you're on the streets.
They're gone. We already fired them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah,
dude. And
they're gone. They don't work here anymore. Oh, no. We fired them too. We thought the same thing. We fired them already. Yeah.
No. We already fired them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. It's like,
when was the last time Super Bowl commercials were funny?
5 years ago, 6 years ago.
At minimum. I think it's more.
Might be. Yeah. There was like, they don't go for humor. They go for like, they tag your emotions on like empathy or like, what's it called when something in the past? Like it's very
nostalgia.
Yeah. They go for nostalgia. And like the one with Bradley Cooper with the older, like Lydia was like, I don't know who this is. Like this is like, it was like Susan Sarandon or I don't know who it was. Somebody, I didn't know who it was either. I go, oh, this is like like you got like the guys from that whatever that show that like hospital show and John Travolta.
Oh, Scrubs.
Yeah, Scrubs. And I go, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Dude? What are we doing?
It was a terrible commercial.
It's terrible.
Like so bad, dude. Terrible. So bad. But by the way, I can never work with them now for saying that. So there you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Somebody, all right, so if somebody.
It's horrendous.
But that's what, dude.
And not funny. And not clever.
Not funny. But stand-up comedy shows, ask any of my comedy buddies, are packed. Mm-hmm. Stand-up comedy, there's a line around the block twice.
Yeah.
I think Theo, he added like a 9th show.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm adding like 2nd and 3rd and like 4th. He's added 9.
Yeah. He's like, 3 and 4, that's cute, bro.
9. I go, what 9, dude? He's like, he's going to be in Indiana for like 3 weeks.
Sure, it was a little weird, but on the net, it was a positive. It was a positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.